In a world filled with distractions and constant self-analysis, overthinking has become a common struggle for many. However, by adopting these principles, we can learn to quiet our minds and find inner peace. In this video, I'm going to explore principles on how to stop overthinking, how you can calm your mind. Control your perception, not external events. This principle refers to the idea that we have the power to control our own thoughts, beliefs, and interpretation of events, but we do not have the control over external events or circumstances. Stoics believe that our suffering and distress come from our judgments and perceptions about the world rather than the events themselves. So by consciously choosing to perceive events in a rational and accepting way, we can cultivate inner peace and minimize unnecessary suffering. So let's just say, for example, someone cuts you off aggressively in traffic. Obviously, you feel angry and offended by their reckless behavior, which will fuel conflict. So this principle is just advising you to instead take a step back to recognize the facts of what just happened, separately from your perceptions around it. The neutral event may be simply that another car changed lanes abruptly. So your judgments cast blame and determine it was offensive, but you can control your response by reframing the narrative in your mind. The second principle is accept what you cannot control. So this principle focuses on accepting what you cannot control. Overthinking often stems from attempting to control outcomes beyond your influence. By embracing the concept of love of fate, we learn to accept the inevitable and let go of unnecessary worries. To master this principle, practice identifying situations that are beyond your control. Instead of dwelling on them, redirect your energy towards something that you can control, like your thoughts, actions, and attitude. You see, chasing control over external things not within your power causes constant anguish. Stoics recognize the futility of worrying about aspects of life outside one's direct influence, since this wasted energy only breeds further frustration and anxiety. You see, by focusing action and attention instead solely on what you can control directly, which are your thoughts, attitudes, intentions, and efforts, you preserve inner calm and resources for productive change. So returning to the traffic example, you can instead control your driving decisions and emotional state. While you cannot force other cars to drive considerately, perhaps you pull over and take some deep breaths rather than pursuing confrontation. Align expectations with reality. The Stoics grounded expectations and assumptions in objective reality rather than irrational hopes. When expectations align closely with actual probable outcomes, you shield yourself from disappointment when things do not go perfectly according to plan. So, for example, if you hope for a sunny weather during a planned outdoor event, you set yourself up for disturbance. But by accepting from the outset that rain may come and preparing accordingly, you avoid frustration over what you cannot predict or change. Stoicism simply advises that we move forward with the future, and neither the failure of expectation nor displeasure at an event taking an unexpected turn should unsettle us. Aligning hopes with reality sets the stage for rolling with life's twists and turns calmly as they come. So this point is all about embracing uncertainty, where we're just saying you should learn to accept that life is inherently unpredictable and uncertain. And by embracing uncertainty, we can let go of our need to constantly overanalyze or try to predict the future. Instead, we can learn to be comfortable with not having all the answers and trust in our ability to adapt in whatever comes our way. Another principle is to accept imperfection. This teaches us to accept that we are all not perfect. And so by embracing our imperfections, we can let go of the need to constantly overanalyze and criticize ourselves. Instead, we can cultivate self-compassion and learn to be kinder and more forgiving towards ourselves. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of when we are overthinking and gently redirect our attention back to the present moment. Engage in physical activity. Physical activity is a powerful way to quiet the mind and reduce overthinking. Exercise releases endorphins, serotonin, and other feel-good chemicals in the brain, helping you to reduce anxiety and stress. Engaging in regular physical activity can help to clear the mind, improve mood, and promote mental well-being. Practice self-reflection and rational analysis. Overthinking often involves irrational thoughts and exaggerated scenarios. By engaging in self-reflection and rational analysis, we can confront these thoughts and reframe them in a more realistic perspective. You can start by journaling your thoughts and analyzing them objectively. Identify any cognitive distortions or irrational patterns. Then, challenge them with rational and more realistic alternatives. This exercise helps to rewire our minds and break free from the cycle of overthinking. Cultivate inner strength and resilience. This principle emphasizes the development of inner strength and resilience to withstand challenges and adversities. Building mental toughness can help combat overthinking by allowing you to face difficult situations with confidence and clarity. Choosing simplicity over complexity. This principle emphasizes the value of clear, straightforward thinking over convoluted and overanalyzed thoughts. When you apply this principle to your thinking patterns, it can help prevent you from overthinking by encouraging you to focus on the most important and relevant aspects of a situation rather than getting bogged down in unnecessary details and endless possibilities. You see, by keeping things simple, you are better able to make decisions quickly and confidently without getting caught up in second guessing or worrying about every potential outcome. This can help you avoid the trap of overthinking, which often leads to stress, indecision, and inaction. Detachment. Detachment can help prevent overthinking by allowing you to step back from a situation or problem, gain perspective, and let go of excessive emotional attachment or investment in the outcome. When you are detached, you are able to view things more objectively and rationally without being clouded by strong emotions or personal biases. This can help you approach situations with a clearer mind and make decisions based on logic and reason rather than being driven by fear, anxiety, or other negative emotions. Detachment can also help you avoid getting caught up in endless cycles of rumination, worry, and overanalysis. Instead of getting stuck in a loop of repetitive thinking, detachment enables you to see things from a more balanced and detached perspective, allowing you to break free from the grip of overthinking. By practicing detachment, you can cultivate a sense of mental space and freedom that allows you to let go of unnecessary worries and distractions, focus on what truly matters, and make decisions with greater clarity and confidence. This can help you prevent overthinking and lead to a more effective problem solving and decision making in the long run. By incorporating these principles into our lives, we can reclaim control over our minds and find freedom from overthinking. Remember, the key is to practice and persist. With time and dedication, we can transform our thought patterns and live a more fulfilled and peaceful life.